Et salut à tous, c'est MrNeho, bienvenue sur Handicraft et bienvenue sur Noire, l'épisode 30. On attaque la suite de l'enquête au Champ d'Elysiane, où justement on va se rendre à l'entreprise Elysian Fields, puisque visiblement ils sont bien mêlés à ces histoires d'incendie. Ils proposent les concours pour faire fuir les victimes, ils construisent des maisons toutes pourries, donc on va aller voir le patron de tout ce bordel.
Detectives Phelps and Biggs, LAPD, to see Leland Monroe.
Do you have an appointment?
We're the police, lady. We don't need an appointment.
Can I tell him what it's about?
It's an official investigation.
There are 2 police officers here to see Mr. Monroe.
Send them through.
And that's our cue. Thanks,
Ouais,
man.
ok.
May I help you?
Would like to speak to
Deuxième
Mr. Monroe.
secrétaire.
I'm afraid it's impossible. Mr. Monroe's schedule is booked weeks in advance.
Cut to the chase, sister. Is he in?
I'm not at liberty to reveal that, officer.
So he hired you for your intelligence?
I find that offensive.
You have every right to.
This is getting us nowhere, miss.
Casino.
Would you like us to return with a warrant?
That won't be necessary, gentlemen. Come into my office.
Ah ben le voilà.
Like a cigar. Drink, boys.
Sure, I'll have a scotch.
Biggs,
Voilà son projet. De belles maisons à pas cher. Bon, on va se servir en scotch, tant pis. Alors on a tous les plans prévus, les maquettes.
we're investigating a series of domestic fires, Mr. Monroe.
Terrible, boy. How can I help?
Il a une bonne tête lui. Alors c'est liens avec les incendies.
Elysian Fields and Suburban Redevelopment Fund flyers keep turning up in the vicinity of the fires.
They're turning up all over town, boys. Can you imagine the current demand for housing?
So that's your explanation, Mr. Monroe? Coincidence?
Explanation? Why, what's to explain? I advertise on radio and billboards for buyers, and I advertise for sellers using waybill.
J'aime pas cette sorte de coïncidence. Je vais essayer de mettre ça par là en doute, voir s'il peut se déstabiliser un petit peu avec ce sourire de vainqueur.
We found a family burnt out in their home. Another house burned to the ground. Another Elysian Fields flyer. Our information is that they didn't want to sell.
Are you saying that's something to do with me? Is that your point?
Point is, every time we find a family barbecue, we find one of your flyers. Is that good advertising?
Bon, on nous en donne pas plus, mais visiblement on est sur la bonne route. Concours pour
What do you
gagner
know
un
about a
voyage.
competition for families to win free vacations to Catalina Island?
My company runs many promotions. I'm not familiar with that one.
Celui-là ne me dit rien. Et pourtant on a bien vu les tracts qui proposent ce concours. Donc je vais mettre mensonge et je vais sélectionner le tract.
You know all about the vacation offers.
You can believe whatever you like, son. You're missing the vital ingredient. called
Parfait.
proof.
La preuve, je l'ai dans mes affaires. Tract d'Elysian Fields. Voilà, avec le bon pour gagner un voyage.
Your face is all over the flyers, Mr. Monroe. You know about the prizes, and you're aware that they get given to holdouts.
My face is the brand. It's on all our advertising. Did you know that the mayor and the chief of police are part of the Suburban Redevelopment Fund? You want to accuse them of murder as well?
Il y a du monde sur le tapis là. Acquisition locale des terrains.
Made offers to buy houses in areas where fires have been recorded.
Are you suggesting that I'm burning people out of their homes so that I can sell them new ones?
What happens to your plans if a family like the Morellis refuses to sell?
We work around them. Business finds a way. That's the American way.
Je suis pas sûr que ce soit suffisant pour lui. Je vais remettre sa parole en doute.
Come on, Mr. Monroe. You expect me to believe that you would build a new development with one of those old piles smack bang in the center of it?
Progress is an inexorable process, detective. Those who choose to stand in defiance are usually confined to the wastebasket of history. To answer your question, yes, we would build around them if we had to. Most people see sense.
Et le dernier incendie qu'on a vu dans le dernier épisode, au Rancho Escondido.
What's Elysian Field's involvement in Rancho Escondido?
One of our latest housing developments. It was due to open on the weekend, or was before the unfortunate conflagration.
It met with building code regulation.
Absolutely. Only the best for our returning heroes.
Ah, il ment là. Les normes ne sont pas respectées. Je vais lui parler du ciment qu'on a vu dernièrement.
You're lying, bro. There's something out of kilter about that development.
Son, I've had enough of you and your fidgety friend. There's no way in hell you can prove that my materials were inferior.
Et si, on était gratté les briques, on n'est pas con.
I'm no expert, but I think we'll find that the bricks being used on those houses are undersized and the mortar is faulty.
And there's no wall ties connecting the masonry to the frame.
Every building is built to a budget, boys. Those buildings were inspected and fully insured by California Fire and Life.
Ouais, donc ils sont tous mêlés en gros.
Investment of that magnitude demands it.
Ça va être compliqué.
They'd vouch for the buildings without examining them. The arsonists. Do you have any suspects?
We aren't at liberty to say.
I didn't think. The contractors I use for waiters. Suppose it could be any of them. I have a list of their names if it'd be of any help.
That would be very helpful, Mr. Monroe.
Glad to hear it. I'm always happy to help the LAPD.
Bon, on va récupérer sa liste, mais
Secretary will provide you with that list.
à mon avis c'est pour nous endormir.
You know that I'm on the board of the police pension fund.
Une petite menace au passage. C'est gratuit.
Glad to be of help, officers.
What's the story?
Alors,
Any of these
qu'est-ce qu'on a
names
comme
ring a
liste?
bell?
Chapman, je l'ai déjà vu ce nom.
Herbert Chapman is on this list.
Find the phone. We need to know where we're at with Chapman.
Boîte de téléphone, je suppose qu'il y en avait un en bas, au bureau.
Your boss is a fine man.
Non,
I'm out of here.
pas ici.
Well, no.
Ah, c'est...
I think his name is Phelps. He brought in that case for that poor lady killed.
Ah bah oui, il y en a sur tous les bureaux. Très bien.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you check whether we are still holding a Herbert Chapman?
Let me find out for you. He was released this morning, Detective. I'm sorry, Detective.
Not your fault. Can you give me a last known address and put out an APB on the guy?
I'll get back to you, Detective. APB will go out over KGPL shortly.
Thanks, man.
Well, I love the chase till the minute I win it. A beautiful face delivers love for me in it. Give me your heart and baby I'll bill it. 'Cause I always kill the things I love.
Tiens, Roy,
Buy me a drink, Cole?
ça faisait longtemps.
No. Not even for old time's sake? Not even for that. You're not gonna ask me why I'm here? I wouldn't give you the pleasure. Get around her. She's in fine voice this evening. I wonder how the commander would feel
Save the
about...
threats for someone who cares about the boy.
You're breaking my heart, Cole. You know how I feel about you. Stay away from Elysian Fields.
should have known that you were playing errand boy.
You and your doofus partner. You have been warned.
Thanks for your cooperation, officer.
I love you.
Stay away. You have no idea the type of people that are involved in that company.
I have a pretty good idea, Roy. The same kind of people that sent you here.
Your investigation is finished. Homicide will be taking over from here.
Quel pourri ce
I've heard
mec.
we've had a spate of grass fires in the hills that you and that hunchback might be able to handle. Thanks for the drink, Cole.
Je pense que ça va pas se terminer comme ça.
You get the message about Monroe?
Yeah, Earl delivered it. You?
McKelty. He started making noises about my pension.
Ils sont tous menacés.
Sorry about that, Virgil. I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Save it, Phelps. Monroe's an asswipe. And so was Earl. And so was McKelty when it's all said and done.
Bon, heureusement, les deux coéquipiers restent soudés et déterminés. On ira au bout.
11K, go ahead.
Ah, on a une adresse, ça y est.
Roger that, KGPL. 11K en route.
Let's go
Ok.
pick him up.
Juste avant, un petit détour par la carte, comme d'habitude, vous savez, à la recherche d'un éventuel délit en cours. Il n'y en a pas dans l'immédiat. Bon, ok. Donc, il faut que j'aille chez Chapman, juste là. C'est pas tout près, donc je laisse Archer conduire à ma place.
You fought at Sugarloaf, didn't you?
I did, but I don't like to talk about it.
You come across a guy called Jack Kelso out that way?
You know Jack Kelso?
He's an insurance investigator over at California Fire and Life. Our paths crossed.
D'accord, Kelso, lui il est mêlé aux assurances California Fire.
Has Jack spoken to you about his experiences on Sugarloaf or the rest of the campaign?
Jack
C'est un sacré panier à salade cette histoire, tout le monde est mêlé
feels like to get back from conflict. You gotta
à
respect
cette même enquête. Nous voilà à l'appartement de Chapman.
We're looking for Herbert Chapman.
I'm looking for him too. I need him to move his car so I can mow the lawn.
He's definitely not here.
I've been banging on his door off and on for a couple of hours. Yeah, he's out somewhere. There's some kind of
Let's
problem.
take a look at the car.
C'est quoi ce bruit? Je peux inspecter la voiture. Ah ouais.
Let's see what he's hauling around.
Tiens, ça me rappelle quelque chose ça. Les fameux serpentins anti-moustiques qui servent à allumer les incendies
Motive,
notamment.
opportunity, and hard evidence.
Ok, quoi d'autre? Ammo, munitions. Que le suspect est armé. Cartouches sans fumée, ok, génial.
Should revise the APB. He's clearly armed.
Et un bon gros carton de tract Elysian Fields. Qui confirme qu'il fait bien partie des gens qui les distribuent.
Definitely gives him opportunity.
Hold it, Cole. There he is. It's Chapman. He's coming out of the laundromat. Shit! He's seen us. Cops!
Ah, et Chapman, on t'a trouvé.
Son of a bitch, he must have caught the trial.
On va le choper.
We gotta move fast, Cole. I'll call this in. Get some cars dispatched. Car 11K calling KGPL. 11K requesting assistance. In pursuit of suspect aboard the 1110 University streetcar. Currently heading east on Melrose Avenue. Advise all units. Suspect is in control of car and driving dangerously. Stay on his ass, Cole. Don't lose him.
Allez, Rachel, tu peux pas lui tirer dessus un peu?
See if he can damage one of the wheels. Might act like a brake and slow the thing down. It's no good. We need to get closer. Hold him tight, Cole. As soon as he ditches the tram, we'll be there. End of the line, you little prick. Come on, Cole.
Voilà.
Looks like we have our man, Cole. Well done.
I'm not so sure. Chapman seemed to have his own agenda. Seems to be more to this than a personal vendetta.
What are you talking about?
Fires benefit Elysian in some way. You see Chapman and Monroe working together.
You have a point. The evidence is good for Chapman. Hard to be worrying about his side of the story when he's blasting away with that big 45.
Effectivement, c'est le gars idéal, mais il manque autre chose. Il manque un maillon.
Nice work, gentlemen.
Il manque quelqu'un dans l'histoire.
Considerable risk stopping that trolley and probably saved a lot of lives. Anyone else but you, Phelps, and you'd be up for a bravery award. We've had our eyes on that slippery son of a bitch Chapman for as long as I can remember. I couldn't be happier than to wipe him off the scoreboard. I hope this puts to bed that crazy stuff you had going about Leland Monroe.
Ça, j'en suis pas sûr.
Phelps, be calling Richard Nixon a crook next.
What is it?
A letter from Lou. His insurance policy named me beneficiary.
California Fire and Life. You work for Elysian?
The roof that he was working on collapsed.
It's a very generous settlement. Elsa, I'd like you to do something for me. I think there's something dirty about Elysian Fields.
What has that got to do with Lou?
I want you to reject this settlement. I want you to go and see an investigator named Jack Kelso and ask him to make some inquiries about Lou's case.
Isn't this police work?
Do you want to find out what happened to Lou?
Why would he help Miss Kelso?
Jack won't be able to help himself if he smells a rat.
He is a friend of yours?
He hates my guts. Elsa, you take this money and let them get away with it, or we could get Jack's help and do something about it.
Why not be honest with this man, Cole? He deserves your honesty if you want his help.
Believe me, Elsa, I'd like to level with him. I really would, but it's too late. Years too late.
Allez, fin d'enquête. Affaire classée 5 étoiles. Chapman emportera ses motivations et tout lien possible avec Monroe et Elysian dans la tombe. Mais visiblement, Cole ne tient pas à s'arrêter là, et malgré les menaces, il va essayer de renvoyer l'affaire sur Jack Kelso. On en saura plus au prochain épisode, une prochaine fois sur Handicraft. C'était MrNeho, à bientôt pour de nouvelles aventures. Ciao.